Welcome to our final session from this adoption series. Today we are going to touch the topic on how to migrate from Agent Workspace to Service Operations Workspace, and it's the final session of this adoption series. And first, some housekeeping. Please use the Q&A button to make questions, and we will try to answer them throughout the session. And this presentation will be recorded and shared with you after the event. And after the event, you will also be prompted to fill out a survey. Now, our safe harbor notice. And so this presentation contains forward-looking statements, so please take that into consideration and do not make any purchasing decisions based on that. And now to the introductions. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Paula Molina Kristen. I am an outbound product manager for ITSM, and I joined the ITSM BU around 2.5 years ago. Before I was in expert services. I'm based in Frankfurt, Germany, and I'm joined here today with Matt Lloyd. I will let him introduce himself.
Hello, everybody. Thanks, Paula. Yeah, I'm Matt. I've been with ServiceNow since the end of 2016, I think, so a wee while. I'm based in the UK now, but I used to be based in California, and I lived in Germany for a bit as well, near Munich. I look after problem management and also this utility we're going to be looking at today as well. So yeah, hello from me.
Thank you, Matt. And yes, so before we start, if you are interested in other Live on ServiceNow events, here is the schedule. So you can scan this QR code to see future events. And now to our agenda for today. First, we will start with what is the migration utility for Service Operations Workspace. Then we will give an overview of what will be migrated. Then we will show you how to install the migration utility, and we'll show a flow for migrating, and we end up with a demo of how to use the migration utility tool. So yes, we are on the final session today, but we started with the art of the possible, where we show you a demo of the day in the life of a service desk agent. We show you a demo that included the SLW landing page, major incident management with Now Assist, Microsoft Teams integrations. Then on the second session, we show you the 4 phases of adoption maturity. We reviewed an implementation plan, and we gave a live demo how to configure the SLW landing page. Now, on the third session, I gave a demo of how to configure SOW using the available resources in the admin center for SOW. And now on today's final session, we will end with how to migrate from Agent Workspace to SOW. And yes, so first to start, we are going to start with a poll. And we will launch the poll. And is your organization currently using Agent Workspace? Yes or yes, are you planning to move to SOW, or you're not using it? Okay, I think all of you have answered. Most of you are not using Agent Workspace, which is, yes, interesting. Yes, as you can see. Okay, and now we are going to launch our second poll. And here we want to see what are your biggest challenges that you face when migrating to Service Operations Workspace. Is it a lack of understanding of what the features are going to be migrated and what will change? You don't have enough technical resources to migrate. how do you enable your service desk agents on the new workspace, or you don't have a clear picture of the benefits you will get from SOW. Or if you have any other challenges, please put them in the comments. Okay, I can see that all of you have answered. And so you don't have the lack of understanding what features and functionalities will be migrated. So we are going to touch on that topic today. So I hope, yes, we can answer your questions today about that. Now, first to start, what is the migration utility? But we start with the why. So Agent Workspace for ITSM was deprecated as of the Washington, D.C. release in March 2024. It means all support ended for Agent Workspace. So if you have any blockers, we can no longer provide support. And you can also not install it in any new instances. So yes, it's deprecated. And we recommend that if you are using Agent Workspace, that you switch to Service Operations Workspace. And the migration utility is how you do it. The migration utility was created as a tool for you to easily migrate configurations and customizations from Agent Workspace to Service Operations Workspace. And admins can choose whether they want to partially migrate, but you can return at any time to migrate remaining features. And it's very important to know that once you have migrated, you cannot revert it. And moving on to what can be migrated. So here are the most common configurations and customizations you may have made in Agent Workspace that can be migrated. And we start with the new menu. We have for the list, we have the categories, modules, workspace search, and the list going on to layouts, list actions, list attributes, the highlighted values. Now going over to the form page, form layout, field decorators, UI actions and layouts, render component in a modal, agent assist, and then going to the related records, related items, related list layout, related list actions, record headers, contextual side panel, ribbons, view rules, and record type selectors. And now to going on to which tables and record types can be migrated. And here we have incident, interaction, change, problem, knowledge, and request management, task, configuration items, list, and ITSM child tables. And now, what doesn't need to be migrated? So these are workspace agnostic, which means that they already work in both in Agent Workspace and Service Operation Workspace. Here we have workspace notifications, agent chat, activity stream, record tags, email client, templates, agent assist card, contextual server, agent assist, form annotations, leaks, export, import, refresh prompt. And here we have what cannot be migrated. So most of these features are specific to how Agent Workspace works. And it's important for you to know what cannot be migrated. So are steps that you may have to do on your own. Here we have landing page permission, workspace roles and permissions, user permissions, branding colors and logo, lookup and verify, workspace module. Now moving on to how to install the migration utility tool. So you require the Washington, D.C. release or later. You might have installed Service Operation Workspace for ITSM applications already, and only install the migration utility in a sub-production instance, and use migration update sets to apply changes into other instances. Now, moving on to the flow for migrating. Here first, the first step is to prepare your sub-production instance. So you clone from production to sub-prod, and to ensure that you have a backup to restore from, for in any case that you decide that you want to do the migration again, you have a backup to restore from. Then the second step is to install the migration utility from the application manager. And then on the first step, you create your base update set, which following the prerequisites built into the migration utilities tool should be done automatically. Then on the fourth step is the migration step. Here you can decide as an admin if you want to migrate all features or you just want to partially migrate. And it's important to note, like I mentioned before, that once a feature has been migrated, you cannot migrate it again, and either you cannot also revert it. So it's important to have a backup. The fifth step is to verify in Service Operations Workspace that the selected feature has been migrated into SOW. And then the last step is to complete the update set and apply the update sets. So if you are happy with the results, you can set the update sets to complete, download them, and apply them into your other instances. Now I will do a very short demo on how to do this migration flow. So here I am in my instance. I hope you can see it. And I am logged in as the system administrator. And now I will go into Agent Workspace. I go here into my list. So I can see here that I have this custom list category and this custom list module, which is called Agent Workspace Migration Demo, and the list is called Demo Incidents. And also for my list, I have a custom list action here. And just to show you parallelly in Service Operation Workspace, if I go here into scroll down my list, I don't have this custom category, as you can see. And also on my incidents, I do not have the list action either. And now if I go into the record page in Agent Workspace, I can see I have configured follow, like I have here a record header. I have here a record ribbon with the color. I have here a custom UI action that I built and a custom UI action group. And now if I scroll down to the details, I have here in the number field, a custom field decorator that I built into the form page. And on the state field, I have a highlighted value for the state that is in progress. And now if I go into my child incident related list, I can see that I have here a custom list action here. And if I go here back to Service Operation Workspace and I open the same incident, which is this one, and it's loading. So here I can see that I do not have the record header, neither the ribbon. When I go into the details tab, I do not have for the number the field decorator. And for the state, I don't have the highlighted value. And I don't have the UI action group or the UI action. And when I go into the related records, and I go to the chat incidents, I do not see here a UI action for the related list. So now I want to migrate all of this into Service Operation Workspace. So I go into the application navigator. I already typed it here, migrate under Service Operation Workspace Admin Center. You go here to migrate from ITSM Agent Workspace to SOW. So I already installed it in this instance. And here is the migration utility tool. So here you have the prerequisites. There are 4. And the first step is to switch to the scope of Service Operation Workspace Core. So switch scope. Now I am on the right scope. And the next step is to test and select a basic authentication admin user. I will choose this one that I created. I will test it. So it's right. And now the third step is to create the base migration update set, which is going to contain all the configuration changes. And I create it here. And the migration is now ready because it sets the update set that I just created as my current update set. And now if I click refresh, and yes, I can see here that all prerequisites were completed. And if I click here, I will start the migration. And here I have all the features that will be migrated, and I can either deselect features that I don't want to migrate all of them if I don't want to. But in this case, I'm gonna migrate all of them, but you always have the choice to select what you want to migrate. Now I click next. Now I have a confirmation text that I want to migrate all of this, and I can check it and I can see if I want to migrate everything for change, configuration items, incident, interaction, knowledge, and other features. And here, and if I click on confirm the migration, it will start the migration. So this takes a couple of minutes. In the meanwhile, if you have any questions, I will look at chat if I can see it. Yes, so yes, this takes a few minutes. And in the meanwhile, if you have any questions or if you would like to share your thoughts on what type of content you would like to see in the future, you have the time now. Do you mean under my list in Service Operation Workspace? Yes, you have categories on Service Operation Workspace. I quickly, sorry. And here I have my here my list. I have here categories. Yes, it's not possible. I think is there a way? I think for Matt or Sam, do you know?
Yeah, that's right. So if they're asking about being able to migrate those, because they're different for each user, we don't currently support migrating those, but it is something we're looking at for the future.
Okay, okay.
I just replied back to that message as well, or tried to answer it, because I was guessing it was about migrating those my list.
Okay, thank you. Yes, so now the migration is completed, and here I can see the update sets that just were created. I have here my base update set, and here I also can view the migration details and what was migrated and what was skipped because it was not migrated. And yes, if I go back, I can click here and mark the migration as complete. And here I have a message that if I would like to remove Agent Workspace from the navigation menu, this is made so it's easier for users to adopt Service Operations Workspace and they don't no longer have it in the navigation menu. So I click here and now I mark it as complete. And the migration is completed. Now the last step is to verify in Service Operations Workspace. So here, if I go into my list and I see here I have the custom category that I just created and the custom list that also was in Agent Workspace is now migrated. Also, the custom list action was migrated. And if I go into my record, oh, it wasn't yes, it was. It took a while to load. Here is the header that was migrated with the state and the color. Here we have the color 2 as a ribbon was also migrated. Also the custom UI action, the custom UI action group. And if we go into the details, I can see the number field decorator was migrated, as well as the state highlighted value was also migrated. And finally, if I go into child incidents, and I can see here the custom related list action was also migrated. So yes, that was the demo, and we end up now with the last part of the presentation. Sorry. To open. And yes, we know that now we've and sorry, should not be here. Not this one. So now we end with a poll, and here we want to know if you see value in using Service Operations Workspace. And yes, you could launch the poll. Or yes. We want to see if you plan to adopt it. Yes, most of you are planning to deploy it in the next 6 months. It's very good to see. Yeah. I think all of you have answered. And yes, I think we can end the poll. And yes, it's good to see that most of you are looking to use SOW. So yes, I hope that these sessions are really bringing value to you. And now to end, here we have some resources for you from ServiceNow Impact, also from ServiceNow University on training and certification. Also expert services that implement ServiceNow with expert help from ServiceNow or our partners. And here you have the different resources for you. And yeah, thank you. And with that, we end the session for today.